What's going on, guys? This is Almost Expert Wrestling. We're coming to you with our NXT predictions. We have not done our WrestleMania predictions yet. Those will be posted right after this one. Wink, wink. I am, of course, Frank Stallone, being joined by Kyle, and we're going to be predicting NXT TakeOver New Orleans. We're going to get right into it. Do you want to start this one off, or me? We didn't really go over it this time.
Yeah, I'll kick it off if you want.
Alright, go for it.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, getting right into it. NXT TakeOver New Orleans. And what an exciting pay-per-view special event we're going to have. It is the appetizer for WrestleMania. As NXT always pulls with the Big Four, they always come out with their own respective event, and it is always terrific. We are coming off perhaps the best NXT TakeOver of all time when Andreas Cien almost defeated Johnny Gargano in the main event to retain his NXT Championship, and Adam Cole and Aleister Black tore the house down in an Extreme Rules match, and it was just bonkers. It was all freaking awesome. It was so good, and they have a lot to have to come back with. It's insane. But hey, this NXT TakeOver for real has so many high stakes matches. We have 3 championships on the line. We have a new championship to be introduced, and of course we have a fantastic match between Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. I mean, we cannot wait for that. But let's get right into the predictions. We're going to kick it off with the inaugural NXT North American Championship match. We're set to crown the inaugural champion, and it's going to be in a 6-man ladder match. And this is actually, surprisingly, NXT TakeOver has 2 matches with a stipulation, while WrestleMania, I don't believe, has any right now. So that's insane. So, but nonetheless, it's a 6-man ladder match featuring Killian Dane, Lars Sullivan, Velveteen Dream, and of course, 2 men that just joined the NXT brand. Forgive me if I pronounced the name wrong. Ricochet, I believe. Ricochet. I know who he is. Sorry, Trevor Mann. Let's just say that.
Trevor Mann.
Ricochet. Ethan Carter 3, I believe EC3 is just what he's going to be preferred as in WWE. And, of course, the 6th man who, at this time, we are saying is in the match. We don't know if you guys have been following NXT. Of course, Bobby Fish recently went at... What?
Oh, I thought you were saying Bobby Fish was in the match.
No, Bobby Fish recently went out with a injury. And, of course, Adam Cole, who was supposed to be in this match, might forfeit this match and go ahead and just do the tag title, might stay in and not do the tag title, or might keep both. But right now we're going to say he's in the match. I don't know if it's really going to affect the prediction. I don't know if he will be replaced or if it will just be 5 men. Nonetheless, and I forgot about the Velveteen Dream. Oh, my God. And the Velveteen Dream. So there you go. There's the 6. Ricochet, EC3, Adam Cole, Lars Sullivan, Killian Dane, and the Velveteen Dream. And wow, we've wasted like 3 minutes and we don't even have a prediction yet what's going on. But nonetheless, my prediction in this match is difficult. It's a very difficult match to predict because you have 6 guys that, hey, they could introduce as the new NXT mid-card North American champion. You know, all 6 have really done well. I mean, we look at guys like Killian Dane, Lars Sullivan, Velveteen Dream have paid their dues in NXT. They've been there for a little bit, you know. I mean, Killian Dane, we know what he's done in Sanity. And, of course, we have Ricochet, who is just coming into NXT. Could he just get a big championship? EC3, who is, I think, the big name in this match. And then, of course, Adam Cole, he hasn't gotten a championship in NXT. But, the tag match, that affects that. But nonetheless, my prediction to win the NXT North American Championship in the 6-man ladder match is the Velveteen Dream. Man, I might be a little bit biased about this guy because he's a Maryland guy. He's a really, really good talent. He's extremely young. He's like 23. And I just remember his program with Aleister Black. It's just, could you imagine him walking around NXT, as a champion and being a champion and defending his belt against guys like Lars Sullivan and Killian Dane and the work you could do with EC3 and Ricochet. And it's just crazy to think, a couple years ago, looking at this guy, Patrick Clark Jr. on NXT. Tough Enough. And we're like, oh man, this guy, he's just some random dude. We'll never see him again. Wow, all of a sudden he's like a top talent in NXT. He's a top 5 talent. And this guy has no plans, I don't believe, on ever being called up in the near future. That's not because of his talent. That's just because I think he could be a really good stablemate on NXT. And he deserves a chip for what he's done. And he has worked great matches, like I said, with Aleister Black, Cassius Ohno, and just what he's been able to do so far has been outstanding. And I think he capped it off with a big win here and become a champion for the first time in his career. Now, I mean, that's a hard one. You can make cases for all 6 of these guys. If I had to have maybe an alternative pick, I would pick EC3, coming to the company, win a belt. That'd be huge for him. But no doubt about it, Velveteen Dream is my prediction in this match. And Joe, follow it up, man. I know it took a little bit long, but this should be a really good ladder match. I mean, we're looking at a 6-man ladder match, which has been a tradition on NXT. I mean, not on WrestleMania weekend for a while. We had them couple ladder matches for the Intercontinental title. Didn't get one at WrestleMania, but we get one at TakeOver, which is insane because we have so many guys, high flyers, and we have the big guys, the Lars Sullivan. We have a good mixture here. And Adam Cole, who is going to be in the match presumably. But Joe, who are you going to pick, man? Like, just pick somebody. All right, go ahead.
Oh, just pick somebody, right? I should have told you before you went on for 20. No, I'm just kidding. I like the pick of Velveteen Dream. Kind of a shocking pick. Man, as you were going, I was starting to think I might change it. I might change my pick because I didn't have Velveteen Dream, but I'm gonna stick with who I got. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just doing it to have a different pick from you, and I really want to win our predictions grand prize of a Kane thing. But I am gonna go with EC3 to win this match. And like I said, I like your pick. I could see Velveteen Dream. All of a sudden, all the big guys are out. EC3 and Ricochet are out. They all take each other out. And Velveteen Dream sees everybody's down. That would be such a big moment. I would love that. But I'm going with EC3, going in the company, taking the belt. But, this is one of those matches where anybody could win, and it would be, believable. Obviously Ricochet's a big favorite as well, also coming in the company. But it's just one of those picks where I just gotta throw a name out. It's very tough. It'll make for a very good match that way. So I'm just gonna go with EC3 to go in the company and take it. There you have it. All right, that's our video. Oh wait. All right. So yeah, the next one is the women's championship match. NXT Women's Belt being defended by Ember Moon, who's taking on Shayna Baszler, who's going to rematch from the Philadelphia TakeOver in a match that was completely one-sided, and yet Ember Moon won, which is why I'm going to go with Shayna Baszler. I believe I picked her in our TakeOver Philly predictions. I'm going with her again because I don't see somebody being as pushed as much as she was, and especially the last match they had being one-sided and just losing. I don't see that happening again. That would just be insane. I'm going with Shayna Baszler to win it. Ember Moon's had a great title run, I believe, since TakeOver Chicago last year. It might have been. Or Brooklyn, I cannot remember, but it's been a while.
I believe it was Brooklyn. It was the night before SummerSlam.
Yeah. So it's been a while, but I'm just gonna go with Shayna Baszler. Who you got in this one, Kyle?
All right. Yeah, we can't go wrong with your pick. I mean, this is a match, and with a pay-per-view with only 5 matches, when you say it's the match that you're not looking forward to the most, it's like, because there's so little matches, it's like, man, you got to pick one out of the 5. That's probably the one I'm looking forward to the least, and that's not because of the competitors involved. I mean, I'm a pretty big Ember Moon fan. Baszler I like as well, and I think that she's a really interesting talent in the ring. And it's a bad. I'm just like, too. I mean, it's cool, but it's what I think it's the only rematch from the NXT Philadelphia card, which is cool because NXT Philadelphia was one of the best takeovers ever. So, I think I'm just gonna agree with you. I think Moon can drop the belt here. Give it to a fresh face. And maybe Moon could move up to the main roster. I don't know, add some depth to the women's on Raw or SmackDown. Who knows? I mean, that's a different video, but yeah, I think it's her time. I think it's time for a little bit of a change. And it was so one-sided the previous time, and I don't know. I really want Ember to put up a good fight, and I think she's going to. I think it'll be an outstanding bout throughout, but I just feel like the advantage could go to Baszler. I feel like it's her time to shine. She's really earned it. She's improved and she's been pushed so to the moon. No pun intended. Actually, very much pun intended. But anyways, there you go. So getting into the next prediction here. So we both picked Baszler there. All right, let's talk about the triple threat tag team championship match. Right, this is the NXT Tag Team Championship, and I don't really know the background of what happened with the Dusty Rhodes Classic here. Joe, I'm going to let you take this one and talk about that one a little bit. I don't really know what happened, so go ahead.
Here's the thing, Kyle. I don't either. I have no idea. I have admittedly not been caught up with NXT since TakeOver Philly, which is it's embarrassing to say because for those of you who don't know, we were there and it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing, and I haven't been keeping up with it either, and I really don't know what's going on with the Tag Team Classic. So you want me to just predict anyway, or?
I'll go. Nonetheless, we have 3 tag teams in it. I'm assuming Authors of Pain and Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong were in the finals, and it possibly got interrupted by Undisputed Era. I don't know. That's something possible, but anyway, nonetheless, background on the matches, we got Undisputed Era, which is going to have Adam Cole, presumably with Kyle O'Reilly, taking on the odd pairing of Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong against Authors of Pain. And for the prediction, I don't really know if this one's too obvious. I mean, I don't think Authors of Pain are going to get the belts back, even though they've continuously been involved in the tag title picture. Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong, that's a cool team and all, but in the end, I think that Authors of Pain, the Undisputed Era, is going to retain their tag team championships, and they'll go on to use the Freebird rule with Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, and O'Reilly whenever Bobby Fish gets back. But yeah, it should be good. I mean, it's like we had talked about, like we're going to talk about in the WrestleMania. We really think that triple threat tag matches always have huge potential, and it will. I mean, we saw what these teams did at War Games. I mean, this was big because Roderick Strong was involved in that, and Undisputed Era and Sanity, of course, which is not involved in this match, but it should be really entertaining. I mean, I don't think that I like tag matches. I mean, the tag match in Philadelphia was probably the worst match of the Philadelphia card. It's saying a lot. So, yeah, I'm just going to go with Undisputed Era, retaining the belts, and keep on going. All right, Joe, your turn.
Well, yeah, my turn. I'm gonna have to agree with you, and I'll make it short. Yeah, I'm just agreeing with you. Undisputed Era. A big reason for it is Authors of Pain. I don't see winning this. I don't see winning the belts because I really see them being called up soon on the main roster. Possibly the Superstar Shakeup coming up. That's a big reason for it. Other than that, I don't see Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne winning it. It's an odd pairing. The only thing I forgot to mention, that's the one thing I did know about it. Roderick Strong, I forget who his partner was before. This is so bad. This is why I'm an almost expert, everyone. He had a partner during the Dusty Classic, but got injured. That's all I know, and that Pete Dunne replaced him, because I actually saw that one, I remember. But it's an odd pairing, and I don't see them winning the belts. It could possibly lead to a feud between the two. One of them could turn on the other. Probably Pete Dunne, but
Actually, didn't when we go to TakeOver Philly in the dark match, Roderick Strong beat Tyler Bate to become the number one contender for Pete Dunne. Did that match ever happen?
yeah, that match did happen. Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just confirming.
Yep. Good point. Yeah. But either way, I'm going with Undisputed Era.
Move on, right? We got a big grudge match here coming up, so go ahead and talk about that.
Yeah, coming up. The unsanctioned match. They recently, well, not fired. He lost his job at NXT, losing to Andrade Cien Almas, getting his championship rematch. And William Regal is giving him one more chance against Tommaso Ciampa, who we haven't seen face Gargano since TakeOver. It was Chicago. That one was Chicago, I'm pretty darn sure. That he turned on him last year, but got injured. That's a mouthful, but I'm really looking forward to this one. This one, I'm predicting to be match of the night, simply because I, believe it or not, did watch the entire Cruiserweight Classic a couple years back, 2016, and I remember these two facing off during that, and that was, in my opinion, the best match. One of the best matches of that tournament. It was amazing. And in an unsanctioned match, it's going to be even better. It's going to be even better. It's no rules in that one, and it's going to be simply amazing. But anyway, with my prediction, I'm going to go ahead and go with Tommaso Ciampa getting the win here. Sure, it would be a great story to have Gargano, get his revenge on Ciampa after all this time, but I really think that Ciampa is going to have a huge push ahead of him. And somehow, someway, I know that kind of leaves Gargano's future in NXT at question, because he basically has to win, I believe, to get his job back, because that's how it works in the real world. But I'm still going to go with Tommaso Ciampa to get the win. I don't know what happens after this, but that's just who I'm going with. Who do you got in this one, Kyle?
Okay. Yeah, that kind of came as a little bit of a shock there that you picked Tommaso to win. I mean, you're right about this match being absolutely outstanding. I mean, it's going to be match of the night, the potential match of the weekend. Just what these two guys can do together, and what Gargano did at the previous takeover against Almas was just outstanding, because I mean, he put up a 5-star match, and unsanctioned, no rules, no disqualification, no countouts. Anything's legal adds intrigue to this. And when it comes to an overall prediction, I'm going with Johnny Gargano. And I think I was really locked in with this pick. I think Gargano deserved a big victory. It seems like this is the lovable loser. He never gets a big break, never gets a big opportunity to win. And Ciampa's awesome too. I mean, from what the little bit I've seen of him, the good tag action, the exciting cruiserweight action on the Cruiserweight Classic was cool with him. And I really like him as well. And I like both these guys. It's a shame that they broke up so soon. I feel like they really could have been hot as a tag team on the main roster. They really, that would have added a different, type of style to what we have right now. With some young, quick, crazy guys going at it. But they wanted to break them up, which is cool. All tag teams must come to an end. All good tag teams. And for this, you're right, man. Match of the night, no doubt. Potential match of the weekend. Could main event takeover. We don't know, but I'm assuming the title match will, which we're going to discuss right now because it's time to talk about it. Good luck to both them guys. And also, the reason I think that Gargano should win is because if he loses and moves up to the main roster, he's going to be in the Cruiserweight division. And Joe knows how much of a big fan of the Cruiserweights I am. I really support them. I hope that they do better. I just feel like Gargano should have more time in NXT and should come up and be on the main roster on Raw or SmackDown and compete with the heavyweights. I just believe he can, like what he's been able to do with guys like Almas. Almas is a little bit of a bigger guy. He's not a cruiserweight. So that's just my opinion on that. But hey, we're getting into speaking of All Mass, we are getting into the NXT Championship match. The main event, of course, it is Andrade Cien Almas defending his NXT Championship against Aleister Black. And Almas, he's a very underrated star still. He's had a fantastic run as NXT champion. Had that great. Well, I think he only had one title defense against Gargano, but it was a great match. Aforementioned, we know all about that. And he had a pretty good match against McIntyre when he first won it. But in the end, Aleister Black, he's been hot ever since he's come to NXT. From the independent scene, and he's absolutely outstanding in the ring when he was able to do with Adam Cole. I'm just reflecting back on that last takeover because this takeover has a lot to live up to. But for this match, no doubt about it, I'm predicting that Andrade Cien Almas will retain against Aleister Black and continue his NXT Championship title run. And some people might have just the eyeballs might have popped up like, oh man, a lot of people are predicting Black. Why can't Almas win? Why can't they keep giving this guy everything that he deserves? I feel like that we need a really, really long reigning NXT champion. I don't feel like Almas is necessarily ready for the main roster. Maybe he did. Maybe I'm wrong. But I just feel like this guy, no doubt about it, deserves it. Aleister Black has all the time in the world. He just got in the company not too long ago. So why can't he, continue to hang around? Why can't these two keep feuding? Why can't Aleister Black maybe just say hell with him, move up? This is going to be an outstanding match. It's going to be the main event. We're going to really enjoy it. NXT is always so enjoyable. And, Joe, just go ahead and predict. I don't know what you're going to predict, but you can go ahead and do it, man. I mean, it's a main event of NXT TakeOver. I'm going down in New Orleans. Go ahead.
Main event on Lion Television. Now, this one, huge prediction I have is that we're going to see a run-in by Mr. Scott Stanford. No, I'm kidding. For this one, I'm going to go with Aleister Black. I hope that doesn't make you #angry, but I'm going with it because it's the safe bet. #safe bet. And like you said, yeah, he does have all the time in the world to win the belt, but I think this is the time to do it. Assuming this is main event, I think that would be a great way to close the show. I think he's earned it. Aleister Black has earned the NXT Championship for sure. Having some Match of the Year candidates since he's been in the company. I just see this, I definitely could see Almas retaining and life going on, but it's just one of those random picks. I'm going with Aleister Black because I think it's the safe bet, and it's as simple as that.
All right. Well, guys, I guess that's it. I mean, we've said about 1,000,000 times how excited we are for NXT TakeOver, how excited we're going to be for WrestleMania. Be sure to look out for that WrestleMania video. We will be recording that pretty soon and posting that for you guys. Of course, our Hall of Fame analysis, and is going to be up. It's already up currently. Actually, posted Hall of Fame already. So be sure to go check that out over at the AEW YouTube page right here, guys. And of course, we're getting ready for WrestleMania weekend. I mean, Joe, we've already discussed post WrestleMania plans. We definitely plan on making AEW a hell of a lot better for you guys. Or for you, Guy, or
whatever you are.
Whatever you are. #me too. But all right, Joe. So go ahead and close it out for us, even though I already did. And there you go, man. All right.
All right, let's do it. That's do it. Yeah, that's a good way to end it. That's gonna do it for this one.
Or Nike.
Just do it. That's gonna do it. This has been AEW production, and we'll see you in the next one. Blah.